My family was in the missions field, and my parents had real, genuine relationships with a living God. He was at the center of everything that we did as a family. When I was in my early teens, we went through a major life event, and I felt lost, and I felt confused, and I felt a bit abandoned by God. And I really started doubting that God was looking out for me. And around that same time, I was introduced to narcotics. My doctor prescribed painkillers to address migraines that I was having. And as soon as those pills hit my system, I was hooked. They made me feel the way that I wanted to feel. They took away my pain. They took away my confusion, and it felt like I had an armor on. It felt like nothing could hurt me. I very quickly let them take the place of the Holy Spirit. I started running full force towards the world. For the next 20 years, I lived many different lifestyles. All of them were fueled by substances. I would get to the pinnacle of one lifestyle and I wouldn't find what I was looking for. I wasn't fulfilled. I had no peace. I had no joy. And so I would recreate myself again. I lived for a while as a drug dealer. I did very well at college. I had the highest GPA in my major when I was there, and then I just dropped out. I was the girlfriend to a mob boss in Philadelphia, and that was exciting and dangerous. I had some success in my career. I was engaged to a very wealthy man for a while, lived as a socialite, and was hanging out with famous people and traveling and had all the glitz and glamour. I had all the things. Having Tommy and Jimmy changed everything in my life. I had never loved anyone the way that I loved them, and I wanted to be healthy for them, and I couldn't. And I would lay at night, feeling my pulse with my fingers on my neck with night terrors, and I would cry out from the depths of my soul and say, Jesus, Jesus, please don't let me die tonight. Let me see my boys one last time. And that is what my life was reduced to. And it was then that God looked and saw me and answered prayers, and he loved us. I saw a side of him that I had not known as a child. I had known Jesus the Lamb and the God that you find in churches and Christian homes and on mountaintops and in the stars, but I didn't know that he could come into that level of darkness, and he did. And I met God the warrior from Psalm 18, and he dove in and he waged war and he fought the battles that I was not able, and he lifted me out of that pit. He looked at me and he said, "Daughter, I love you. You were always meant to be mine. You've seen what the world has to offer apart from me. Now give me a chance and let me show you what walking with me is like." My life today is not recognizable from what it was over a decade ago. He fulfilled every promise that he made in the Bible. He's a good God, and he loves you.